Thursday evening this week saw our annual open evening where students and staff displayed the school to its very best. On the evening we had great support from students. Over 150 students helped staff to show off their subject areas, and we also had Year 11 students and 7 students speak to parents in the auditorium. I would like to thank everybody who came, and for more information about how to apply for Avon Valley for your child, visit our website. I'm here with Assistant Head Teacher for Teaching and Learning, Katie Collins, and today we're going to be asking Katie, what will we see in students learning this year at AVS? What's our focus for staff, and what will be different?
Thank you, good morning. So our focus this year is thinking harder. But really this isn't just about sitting there pondering, thinking deeply, it's more about active participation in a classroom and every single teacher being certain that every child in front of them is focused on the lesson, thinking deeply about the questions and actively participating in kind of feedback and response.
Okay. So what are the type of things that students will notice? What strategies will be teachers using in lessons?
So there's a range of strategies. The focus for this week has been no opt-out. So it's a fantastic strategy. It's where a teacher might ask a question and they may ask a student to respond to that question. If that student says, I'm not sure, I don't know, they'll say, okay, that's fine. And then go on to another student, ask them a similar question, same question, and then go around the classroom, ask a question, then come back to the original student who didn't know, and hopefully by that point they would have a response and an answer, and they'll be able to contribute positively into the lesson. So they're still considering, they're still having time to think, and it's a supportive, kind of inclusive way of encouraging every student, even if they're not sure at the start, to actively, positively contribute to a lesson.
Okay. I've noticed one thing when I'm walking around, much more use of mini whiteboards.
Yeah.
Talk to parents about why we're using mini whiteboards more in lessons.
Mini whiteboards are brilliant. They are low threat, high engagement. So a teacher may ask a question or ask for some feedback on a point, and the students will write the answer on the mini whiteboard independently, so they get time to think themselves first, have a go at writing on the whiteboard, and then after a period of time the teacher will ask all students at the same time to hold up their whiteboards and show the answer. It's a fantastic strategy for a teacher because they can quickly assess who's got the concept and the idea, who hasn't, who needs some feedback. Low threat because only the teacher can see the boards. It's also great if you go one step further and then students, if there's lots of range of answers and maybe not a right or wrong answer, they can show each other the boards and then take ideas from the rest of the group and then add that into their own piece of work, creative writing. So yeah, they're in most classrooms across the school and increasingly being used. They're a fantastic strategy.
Okay. I guess the hope and the aim of all these strategies is to build students' knowledge and skills over time to then achieve better in assessments. Their
We have the highest ambitions for our students. Our students have always been fantastically well behaved in lessons. The expectations are high, but we've noticed that maybe not every student contributes or has the opportunity to have their voice in a lesson, so that's been the strategies this year.
Okay, sounds great, and I look to see where that goes over the rest of this year.
Very exciting, I'm sure it'll have really positive outcomes for our students.
Well, thank you very much. That's Katie Collins, our Assistant Head Teacher for Teaching and Learning, and if parents have any other questions about this, please get in touch with her, and I'm sure she will be happy to speak to you about our strategies and our teaching and learning across this year.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. This week our extracurricular programme has been continuing and we've had some great results in sports fixtures. Thank you to all of the students and staff for giving their time and representing the school with ambition, respect and care. Wednesday afternoon this week saw Year 7 engaging in team building activities as tutor groups. They worked with staff on a range of different activities to work together to overcome challenges, and we hope that that will help them to learn vital skills that they can take forward into the future. We now have books available for students to borrow and read free of charge. Students just need to come down, grab a book, read it and then hand it back. I met with some representatives from the local authority this week. They came in to talk to me about our school and where we're going in the future. They also had a tour of the school and walked around with me, and they were blown away by our positive and calm learning atmosphere. Again, showing just how great our students and staff are. This week we did our annual fire drill and a lockdown test. The students embraced that with an immense amount of respect and care. Thank you to students for taking part in those important safety procedures so that we can be prepared in the event of a very unlikely emergency. I hope that you've enjoyed this week's edition of This Week at AVS, and it's given you another insight into the things that are happening at the amazing Avon Valley School.